1 mile run to keep the running streak alive, proof right here, and that extends the running streak to 132 days in a row. And before the 1 mile run, was able to hit a lifting session, ended up doing barbell squats, 225, 5x3, and my barbell squat strength went down a ton. I looked back on my logs, and on June 19th, which was 49 days ago or so, I hit 265, 5x5. So it looks like I'm starting over in terms of my squats. I'm excited to put a little more time into them to get that number back up. Though, really, I'm treating my squats as an accessory to get my deadlifts stronger, because my main focus right now is to get my deadlifting numbers back up and to also balance ultra running. And after the squat session, was able to get in a pull-up session as well. Pull-ups, ended up doing 3 sets of body weight times 25 reps per set, followed by 5 sets at body weight times 13 reps per set. So that makes it 140 reps total for the day in terms of pull-ups. And something that I've been thinking a lot, especially after the Counter Club Challenge, is my way of eating. And primarily for the past 6 or 7 years, I've been tracking my macros. And during the Counter Club Challenge, I tracked my macros up until day 15 or so, because I've just been used to it from all the years prior. And after I stopped tracking my macros, just because it was super laborious, it was tedious, and it was just a headache, I switched to intuitive eating. And I realized intuitive eating is just way better for me in terms of my mental health, because I'm not worried about this or that. I'm not looking at food as numbers, because when I track my macros, I end up looking at food as numbers. And if it's above a certain number, or if this food has a certain number, there's no way that I am eating that food. And I think for my goals right now, because I'm not cutting, I'm not bulking, I'm more worried about performance. With performance, I have a lot of wiggle room in terms of calories, because it doesn't really matter if I gain a little bit of weight or if I lose a little bit of weight between the days. It really doesn't matter. All I'm worried about is performance. So I think to be congruent with my goals of performance, I'm going to shift tracking my macros to intuitive eating. And it's not that I am not tracking anything. I still plan to track all my protein, because I have to make sure that I get in enough protein to make sure that I keep up at least with my muscle mass, or to hold as much muscle as possible. So the plan moving forward is track my protein, make sure that I get in enough protein, and then intuitive eating at the same time. Let's get to some questions. First question comes from Kick It With Dang. He asks, do you know what your next pair of running shoes are going to be once you start running intensely again? So I know that my current Nike React mileage are a bit over mileage at about 600 or 700 miles, though honestly, I could probably put another 500 to 600 miles in on them before they are completely shot, before I can't wear them on any of my runs. So the plan is to continue to run in those shoes, while at the same time monitoring the wear and tear, monitoring how they feel on my feet, how they feel on my legs, and especially how they feel on my joints and my knees. I also have a pair of the Nike Peg 37s, though I know that the Peg 37s aren't the best fit in terms of my forefoot, but I already paid for them, so I might as well put some mileage in on them. The plan is to go out on those long runs, those 15, 20 milers plus, and see how the Nike Peg 37s feel. If they feel good and they break in a little bit more and they don't bother my forefoot, I'll continue with those shoes until those are over mileage. But if they don't feel that great, I'll probably grab a new pair of running shoes. And my next pair of running shoes will likely be the Nike React Milers yet again, just because I had such a good experience with them the first time around. Why not get them again? Plus, on the Nike website, there are some new colorways, so that's always a plus. Hey, it's Calvin asks, in regards to deadlifting, have you tried a hook/alternate grip? So a hook grip is a thumbless grip like this, and then an alternate grip is one hand over, one hand under when you are grabbing the bar. For me personally, I am a big fan of the alternate grip when I deadlift. I feel that I can deadlift more, so I usually reserve the alternate grip when I am getting to those really heavy sets. However, I am not a fan of the hook grip when it comes to deadlifting. Primarily what I use the hook grip for is to isolate my lats in a pulling motion. So whenever I am doing pull-ups, whenever I'm doing some sort of row, or even a bicep curl like this, when I do the hook grip, it really takes out that forearm help. Though in a deadlift, the goal is to pull the weight as fast as possible up, or to pull as much weight as possible. So in terms of when I'm doing a deadlift, I need that forearm help, or I want that forearm help so that I can pull more weight or pull the weight faster. So for me, when I am deadlifting, I really like the alternate but conventional grip with a thumb over. The Fit Rush asks, doesn't running late spoil your sleep? For me personally, running late does not spoil my sleep whatsoever. Working out late or even getting in some sort of activity late, that doesn't spoil my sleep. What spoils my sleep is if the run is too intense, if it's too long, if it's too much that my body can handle, like the Calendar Club Challenge the last few days, just because I was putting in way too many miles. That's what spoils my sleep, and not the run at night itself. Travel with Suri asks, which ultra are you planning to run in October? So the ultra that I'm eyeballing is Silver Moon Race, the 100 miler in Reedley, California on October 31st to November 1st. And it's a 2-mile flat loop, so I'll be able to set up camp. I'll have an aid station every 2 miles, so I think this will be a good first official 100 miler to run. Francis asks, what are your top 3 favorite artists or groups? Imagine that I am stuck on a desert island and I could only listen to these 3 artists for forever. This is kind of a hard question. I think my favorite artist versus if I were to be stuck on a desert island might be a little different. Though if I were to be stuck on an island and I could only choose 3 artists, I would have to choose 1, NF, 2, Jay Chou, he is a Chinese singer, and 3, Jack Johnson. Those 3 would be a good 3. Augie Silver Fitness asks, have you noticed a change in your sleeping patterns over the years? I have personally noticed a change in my sleeping patterns over the years. For me, I like to think of it as college and before and post-college. Though it really has to do with exercise, because post-college I got into intense exercise. So for me personally, I need to get my full 8 hours of sleep and even throw in a nap every once in a while, depending on how much exercise that I do. Before college and during college, I really could function off of 6 or 7 hours because I really wasn't doing that intensive exercise, so I didn't really need the sleep. So thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed that video. Let me know down below if you have any additional questions for me. If you would like to be featured in video form to ask a question in my daily vlogs, please send your video clip to lifewithvincelu@gmail.com. Please give this video a thumbs up. It'd really help me out. If you want to catch another one of my videos, here's a video right here. There's a video right here. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button right here. See you all tomorrow.